I'm Professor Seth Rasmussen from North Dakota State University in Fargo, North Dakota in the U.S. I'm more than happy to talk a little bit about peer review. My work is somewhat diverse. I work in materials chemistry on high-tech plastics for electronics, but I'm also a chemist historian, and so my work and my peer review spans a broad number of topics. In addition, I serve as an editor for a chemistry journal, and I serve as the series editor for 2 history book series as well. And so not only do I work with peer review as a reviewer, but also as an editor as well. So high quality peer review, in my view, is more than just ensuring that the methodology and data presented within a paper is correct, but it also means making sure that that paper is the best paper that it can be. And so this means things like ensuring that prior literature is properly acknowledged and referenced. This means looking at misconceptions that have crept into the literature and how we can clarify or remove those from the current literature. And in addition, how can we make the paper more accessible for non-experts that might be trying to get into the field or are just interested in the particular topic of that paper. Journals can ensure high quality review by starting to recruit and build a cluster of reviewers that they know do a good job. And of course, this means then that journals would have to keep track of both reviewers and the quality of their reviews, and then find ways to encourage the better reviewers to obviously keep doing reviews for their particular journal. The things that motivate me to do peer review, first and foremost, is just so that I'm doing my part to ensure that the literature is as good and as sound as it can be. However, there's also a number of secondary factors that come into play. Is the particular paper related to my own work? Particularly, does it discuss my work or utilize some of the methods that I've previously published? Is it a new and upcoming author that maybe you want to make sure has sufficient and good peer review? Or is it a topic that you're just particularly interested in? Or on the opposite side, is it a topic that you know is problematic in the literature and already exists with a number of misconceptions that need to be corrected and modified? Topics for doing good peer review, probably the best thing that I can suggest for people that are starting to do peer review is to look at every paper kind of from 2 perspectives. Obviously, you want to look at a paper as an expert reviewer and check the methodology and the data presented. But I think it's also important to put yourself in the shoes of the novice reader or the common reader, and is this paper presented in such a way that it is approachable or understandable to someone who doesn't necessarily have an extensive background in that particular field. Lastly, I need to point out that peer review is important not only to people within a particular field, but it's important to the public as well. We're now at a point in which public trust in science has diminished and seems to be continuing to do so. And peer review still is by far the best way that we can ensure the quality and correctness of scientific information within the general scientific literature. As such, we need to do everything we can to make sure that the scientific literature is as robust and strong as possible if we want public in general to trust and support the information which is being published in the scientific literature.